Good evening and good afternoon and good morning to my viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on today's live stream. It's been, well, since Friday. A lot's happened. We've seen quite a big jump in precious metals today, so we will be taking a look at that. I will put the camera on shortly, so we will be taking a look. Someone's already in, so we got Silver Junkie 1350 is in the house. Hey man, how you doing? It's great to see you. We're going to start off with Palladium. Actually, I thought, well, considering Palladium has broken its all-time, well, it's now at, well, it was at an all-time high. I thought we would have a look at Palladium first and go in reverse. Also, we'll take a look at Bitcoin and how it's performing currently, and we're also going to take a look at Ethereum as an altcoin, because it seems to be doing fairly well against Bitcoin currently at the minute. And I feel that there could be something on the horizon coming in, so we're definitely going to take a look at that. RPM Limited is here. Who's one of my donators. Again, RPM, thank you very much. If you want to, if you're interested in donating to the channel, please check the details in the description. You'll see an in-depth list there, and if you want to donate, you can. Obviously, you'll be listed, you'll be added to the Hall of Fame list. Currently, RPM Limited, Graham Stacker, and Jody are donators. So again, thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. We've got 3 watching at the minute, so we'll wait for a few more people to join us, and then we'll get the stream kicked off. So let me know what your thoughts are. If you're watching this video now, thank you very much for watching it afterwards. Please hit that like button and please comment as well. I'll always look at all the comments afterwards. You're more than welcome to add your comments in. It's always great discussing this with my viewers. Particularly in the live stream. If you haven't made one of the live streams, try and make some time and pop into one of the live streams. I do prefer to stream the charts live. The main reason for that is that there's a lot of pre-recorded charts out there, and it just doesn't give you a true reflection of the current market. So when someone is making a video of charts and then posting it 5 hours later, a lot happens in 5 hours. So what I tend to do is I like to live stream it straight away so that everyone knows exactly where it is. We're talking about relative events, so we're not actually so we're not talking about stuff that happened hours ago. So I prefer to be in the present as opposed to the past. I can't be in the future, obviously, but as long as we can be in the present, that's just fine by me. Silver Junkie Jody has dropped in as well, one of my donators. So we got RPM Limited, Jody, and Oxy88. Hi, Limey. And all I can't stop might have before the end. Have a good one. No problem. Thanks, Oxy, in case you can't make it. Thanks very much. I'll put the camera on in a second here, and then we'll get the show underway. Silver Junkie says, yep. I like to lay the phone down and work and listen to my man. Silver Junkie, thank you very much. Very nice words. I really appreciate it, man. There's been some great comments in regards to these streams I do, and I really appreciate it. So if anyone's thinking of being a donator, you're more than welcome to check that out. I will be doing a draw for anyone that donates. There's currently there's 2 more spaces left, and I will do a draw for a giveaway for any donators. Obviously, there's 2 more spots available, so keep that in mind. And let's have a look. We've got up to 7 in here now. So again, thank you very much for listening. We're going to get this right underway now. Jody says, thank you, Iran. Good weekend, boys. Yeah, it seems to have an effect. Funny enough, I said on Friday in regards to, I want to put the camera on now. Let's just do this here. How you doing, everybody? How you guys doing? Thank you very much for joining me on the live stream today. I was saying there on Friday, I said we were so oversold that more than likely on Monday we should see a green candle, and that was plain and obvious today. However, there was obviously a bit of news in regards to the oil strike. So a drone strike on an oil facility, which has also helped as well. However, I think part of that would have been a normal recovery in the price of precious metals. However, obviously that bit of news today helped as well. So it's the reason why we've gone up so much. Jody, yeah, I know what you mean. Jody says even Litecoin is up. Man, I tell you what, we're going to look at some altcoins shortly because Bitcoin is struggling with breaking resistance, but I think it is delayed. So there will be a breakout and it certainly looks like, I mean, it's knocking on the top rather than the bottom. So it's a matter of time before it goes, hey, Bitcoin's here to stay, and breaks out to the upside. So we're definitely going to take a look at that chart as well. However, we're going to take a look at platinum. So that's the first chart we got out. So for any of you who got into platinum at the low of 1384 recently, I think it was on the 1st of August. It went as low as $1,384. Man, you would seriously be in the money, because already it's broken its all-time high as well. So it hit it, and then as you can see, the candle that's displayed on the screen here, by looking at it here, basically what happened was we hit our all-time high, and immediately there was a sell-off for profit taking. It's exactly what happened. So we hit a high of an intraday high there of $1,626 an ounce, and then we hit a low of 1588. So literally we touched, and immediately the sell-off was to profit take, and that's exactly what happened here. However, once we hit this level, the buyers came back into the market and was settling around that 1600 level. So again, just really awesome to see. It's been a while. I've been expecting Palladium to break its all-time high based on its current performance. So it's great that now it has done that. Unfortunately, it's retreated back down. So it's going to have to now break 1625 again. However, it's looking pretty good if we have a look at the chart here, and we're going to take a look. There's the 20-day moving average, which is there. We're way above that. We're in a seriously good a good zone for a bullish run. So it's going to be interesting to see how we tackle this. If we're going to go up a little bit more and tackle that 1620 section, there's definitely enough in it currently at the minute. So we've had some decent sell-offs here. So we went up as high, if we have a look at this red candle here, went up as 1563, and then it went down to 1522. So it was about $40 an ounce drop just in that one alone, and then we've taken off here again. Then we hit 1626, and then we went down to, what was that, 1626 to 1583. That's about $80. Maybe call it 75 as well. So quite a good retracement there. So hopefully tomorrow again we should see a bit more action. Depends on if people think that that there'll be more in it to actually for it to go up. There certainly is more room in it, considering how well it actually broke through that resistance level. I mean, literally it went through it like a sledgehammer. You can see here just that long candle went straight through resistance, and just kept going up initially, and then before that sell-off on today. So it certainly does look very interesting out there. Let's have a look at Sucker for Silver's joining us today. Sucker for Silver says, "Hey Limey, hope you had a great weekend." Oh, thank you very much. I had a pretty awesome weekend. Thank you. It's good to be here again. Let's get the show back up again since Friday. I've got a few more videos. I tried to upload a video yesterday, man, but unfortunately I've got my first NGC results. For those that have actually seen them, I've got a separate video for that, but for some bizarre reason I tried to upload last night. However, it was taking like 2.5 hours to upload a video, so I ended up just canceling it for now, and then I'll try it again this evening. Silver Limey 79, sing it, bro. Hey Bigfoot Silver, how you doing, man? It's awesome. Isn't today an awesome day? Like, I mean, literally we've got, I mean, check this out, guys. We've got silver up 2.7%. We've got gold up nearly 1%. Platinum is down 1%, so good buying opportunity there. Palladium's down 0.5%. And then we've got Bitcoin, which is down 1.5%. And yet we've got Ethereum, which is up 1.46%. So it's definitely been an interesting day. Just getting back to the Palladium section. So, currently when we break, I've always said this to you guys, whenever we break resistance, that old resistance down becomes new support. So if you have a look here, we're sort of holding this line currently at the minute. So hopefully we can stay above this sort of level, and then we can build up on that level without falling too much. So let's look at Palladium on the 4-hour. This might give us a better look. There you go. So there's our 20 moving average. You can see it going like that. You can see we tried to, the previous 4 hours, we tried to break through that. However, it wasn't sustained. It broke down and then finished right back above it, which is great. Look at this. We've got this candle formation right here. We've got, this is the new candle. So I'm going to try and see if I can zoom in here. So there you go. And look at where we are, guys. We are just above the 20 moving average, which is great. So as long as we can maintain that line now, the support should be there. We've got good support in this area here. As you can see, we're moving into a lot of buying territory. So that should be held at that level at around $1,600 an ounce, and hopefully it can build up from that. So definitely Palladium. We're definitely going to be keeping an eye on that one. Jody says, my 5kg is up. Awesome, Jody. That's fantastic, man. I tell you what, you must have some awesome. You must have some awesome stuff. Bigfoot Silver Hide and Seeker, man. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. And how are you doing today, Bigfoot? Aussie Alchemist. There you go. Good morning. Morning, everybody. Aussie, what time is it there by you? It is currently 19:15 here, which basically means that it is 7:15 in the evening here in Ireland. So just let me know your time, please, if you don't mind. That'd be great. Excuse me. Right, so let's take a look at the next chart. We're going to look at platinum first. So I'm going to do it in reverse sequence for a change. Platinum looks interesting, doesn't it? I posted a video where we had these 3 green candles, and then just obviously that last one there that didn't. That was basically Friday. It went from green to pretty much red. So there was a lot of selling pressure, and you can even see the selling pressures carried on through to today. Unfortunately, I'd expected, with the performances for gold and silver, we went up, and I was like, it's funny. Sometimes whenever gold and silver are doing really well, platinum doesn't, and all it does is it builds up. I mean, you can see here from these areas here. Yes, you've had slow movements up and then selling down, slow movement up, selling down, slow moving up. So it's been consolidating consistently for a while, platinum, until it went pow, now it's my time to start moving. And that's what we had here. We had these parabolic moves straight up there with very little selling. We had the 2nd of September, there was a selling day there, but predominantly buying. And then, of course, we had our was a blow off top, but 998, and then of course it just went downhill from there until we hit a bottom there of 927, and then the buying started again. That seems to be good support, that 928 level, if I look at it there, which is great. So what's interesting is that the platinum chart looks very similar to the palladium chart, if you look at that level, where the buying and the selling's been, which is very interesting. So there's definitely support in that 920, 927, 930 area. It could even go down to as far as 925. So there's definitely good support in that area for platinum right now. And we're still above our 20 moving average again, which is great. So I want to keep that momentum. I like to see us above that 20-day moving average, because then it's more consistent and we're more bullish rather than bearish. So hopefully we can maintain it. We can maintain that consistency with that level. Aussie Alchemist says, wow, 4:15 in the morning there, Aussie. Jeez. Jesus, Aussie, 4 a.m. Wow, there you go. That's Jody. Pot of jam. What's good, Limey? How you doing? And Aussie Alchemist says, Jody, the joys of chronic back pain. I don't get much sleep. So I'm sorry, man, Aussie. Hopefully you can get some meds sorted out there, or I presume the doctors must be pretty good. You're probably on a very similar health system to the UK, though, aren't you? National Health Service, or is it all private? Is it all private healthcare there in Australia? Right. So let's have a look. Where do we see platinum? Well, I tell you what, we've had consistent days of selling here, and we've almost practically reversed these buying gains. So I'm pretty sure that tomorrow we should see some green. Just based on this, we've had too much selling here and not much buying. We've had 2 days, and even still, the buying has been pretty mediocre. I mean, if you have a look, we pushed it up here, and the selling came in, pushed us straight down. Buying up there, and then the selling pushed us right down to the middle, and then we've just had sell. So we should have a buying day tomorrow. So if anyone's looking at getting into platinum, I wouldn't say now is a good time, but buy the dips if you're thinking of holding long term. but I think this level of support is definitely holding. And likewise, we have our 20 moving average there as well, and we're way above that. So silver's platinum is looking pretty good in my eyes. Where is everybody today? Jeepers, like, you know, Friday was pretty good. We had viewers into the teens. Now there's nobody around. Interesting. There we go. Ozzy says public good. I just refuse to use sleeping pills and try not to rely on meds. Wow, good for you, Ozzy. Yeah, if you can. I'm not saying everybody. Meds do have a particular use or function, but I hear what you're saying. Sleeping pills. I mean, is that all they diagnose for back pain? Is sleeping pills? What? And then you wake up in the morning and then you're in pain again. I mean, that sounds a bit mad. Treatment, a decent form of treatment would probably be a good idea. Right, let's look at the gold chart, everybody. Right, doesn't the gold chart look interesting to you? We broke down from this level of support, which is now resistance, and you can clearly see it there. We've attempted to break out 3 times since then. So we've hit this level of support, which is holding. That is this line here, and guess what? It is running parallel to this 50-day moving average, which is awesome. It's great to see. I like it when I put lines in, and I tell you what, it brings a smile to my face when I see stuff acting as a good level of support, but obviously also moving averages, just following it as well. It shows me that I'm actually doing a good job of tracking the averages, which is great. Also, if we have a look, we've had our selling down here, which was on the 10th of September. We've had a good session of buying as well. Unfortunately, this level we broke down from this level of support, and of course, old support is now new resistance. And obviously, you can see here these wicks have tried to break out above that level and failed multiple times. The only problem is we are now in this area where it is packed so tight that literally something has to happen in the next day. It's either going to be a break. It's either going to be a breakout. It's literally down to the wire, everybody. If gold is going to move up or move down. As you can see, we've got 2 resistance levels. We've got the initial support level of it, or resistance level here, and then not only that, our 20-day moving average is acting like resistance as well. So it's almost like a double resistance. And basically, it's going to need a really good momentum to break through that level, because you've got those 2 resistance levels. And there we go. You can clearly see the wicks trying to break out above it, just not being able to do that. When we look at the silver chart, though, you'll see something pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to showing you that one. Let's look at gold on the 4-hour. There you go. You can see there we're sort of mixed at the minute. We're still in the murky waters. Yep, that is Carla just outside the window here. Let's have a look. Quality, not quantity, says Jody. I've got anti-inflammatories and painkillers, I suppose. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Funny if Mark, I don't know if you know Mark B, Aussie. He had back pain as well, and it was also keeping him up at night. And apparently he's semi-sorted by the sounds of it. So you could find out what got him on the mend. But it sounds like he's sleeping better. He's definitely in some form of. He's definitely feeling better. So definitely check that one out. Mark B is the gent's name. Aussie, he might give you some tips there. Jody says Fed update tomorrow. That is correct as well. So hopefully we'll have some more. Hopefully we should have some more updates on that tomorrow, which is great. Aussie Alchemist says that's what she said. Jody having a good laugh there, and let's have a look here. It says buy the hay, says Jody. Right. Okay, where are we? Yes, we're on the gold chart there. So as you can see, guys, on the 4-hour, we've just pipped above that 20 moving average, which is great. So we should hold this line. However, looking on the 4-hourly, we're very much in this crunch zone. So it's like we're getting this sort of trading level is going to get tighter and tighter and tighter until it's going to have to, smack right through or smack down in order to get out. And to be honest with you, if it's holding this former level here, that was at 1484, 1488, and we're currently at 15. So we're sort of tracking well. It's almost like a good mode of consolidation that we should be on the breakout side of things. At least that's my opinion, based on the way these charts are planning out. And if I look at previous support levels, and we're definitely holding this area, because if you think we fell down, broke down below the support level, and of course the next candle pushed us right through like a flipping sledgehammer. And that was on the 15th there, and we even broke through all these multiple resistance levels, but unfortunately we couldn't contain ourselves above that this resistance zone here, which was 100, the 100 moving average. However, we did stay above the 50 consistently until the next candle, and we broke down. But we're definitely in that area there, and we're in the upper side of the resistance. So. It's definitely, in my opinion, we're definitely going to be having a breakout here, hopefully to the upside, based on where this is. It's a very tight range. Ozzy says, "Cool. We'll hit up Mark B next time I see him." Awesome, Ozzy. Good luck there. I hope he's able to give you some pointers. Jody says, "Gold is steady. I'm happy. Just waiting for the next crisis." I know, and as well, I picked up some gold on the weekend. I bid on a auction. It was a 2005 half sovereign. You guys have seen my 2002. I bid on a PF70 NGC graded half sovereign, and I won it last night. So I'm ecstatic. It's my first, it's my first gold PF70. So I'm super excited. It should be with me by the end of the week, and I will be doing a video. I managed to get some videos done at my mate's place. So he picked up some great gold. So I will be sharing that with you. I just need to crack on and uploading some videos. I'm gonna upload something tonight for you guys. So hopefully it'll upload well. At least that's the plan anyway. We'll have to see how that goes. Ozzy says, "Clap, clap, clap. Thumbs up, SL. Thank you very much, Ozzy. Thank you very much indeed." Right, let's move on. As you can see, if that's our gold chart, we're going to be taking a look at silver. So let's see how silver is doing today. What are your thoughts on silver, everybody? Please let me know. Put some comments in the chat. I want your opinions here on silver. What does that chart tell you? First, before I look at anything, what does that chart tell you there? I know, apologies, I know some of you are driving, so you won't be able to see it. But for those that do have this image up, what does that chart tell you, particularly over the last 3 days there? I want your comments there, please. Let me know in the comment, please, in the comments. Let's see what the comments say. Going sideways, says Aussie Alchemist. Let's see who else is gonna put a comment in. Aussie thoughts. I got a bargain on Friday. Did anyone buy the dip as well? That's a very good, astute answer there, Jody. He says, I got a bargain on Friday. So clearly Jody bought the dip. It certainly is a nice return, considering if for those that got in on Friday, gold's up $11. Indiana Jones, how you doing? Says, how do you feel about both IRAs? Indiana Jones. Sorry, I meant Indiana Tones. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. I think you're fairly new here as well. That's the first time I've actually seen yourself at least one of your comments there. Okay, let's have a look. So Aussie Alchemist says sideways movement. Well, obviously we've had our breakdown here. We've broken this channel here, so we are now. It's obviously tried to get above that level. Unfortunately, it's failed. We've got. I mean, look, the day's still young, I suppose. We've got a 20 moving average here, guys, which has acted like support, which has acted as support here based on these candles here, and they've both performed fairly well. Let's say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, that maintained. However, on the last candle there, we broke down, and we broke down pretty harshly to a level of about, what was that, 1738. And then obviously today we've had quite a massive jump up. We're currently up about 44 cents, which is great to see that that volume coming into silver. We're going to take a look at the breakdown on the hourly chart, and it looks like there's possibly a futures purchase because there is a gap in the chart. So we will obviously take a look at that. But two things here. It failed to break that resistance level, which is the 20, and then of course it also failed to break this level here. Now again, silver's done fairly well here because obviously we've got significant volume in, but we just don't have enough to get ourselves through this level. Doesn't necessarily mean it ain't going to happen now. So obviously for the next couple of days, we could see ourselves work on trying to break back into this channel, which to me seems possible. If you have a look at some of the previous areas here, we've always returned above that level to a degree. We've been under it here consistently, and we've all returned back above it, and we've gone back down, and we've gone back above it again. So for me, this is a good sign. And I did say to you guys on Friday that silver looked oversold, and that's exactly what's happened. You know, there's been too much selling, but not much buying. So more than likely, I expected a green candle to form today. And obviously on top of that, there's been that oil news as well, which has come through as well. So to me, the gain is definitely double what my expectation was. I thought we'd probably see at least a 20% recovery today, but it's shot right up. I think it went up as high as, let's have a look, what is the high for the day? Look at that, it hit a high of $18 and a low of 17.41, and we're currently at 17.87. So you know, we're still working on this area. If we're able to get more buyers in, we can definitely test this area here, so we're going to have to keep an eye on it. Jody says, despite all the no, don't do it. Despite all the no, don't do it. You know, who was saying don't buy, Jody? I always say buy the dips. Can't see it going any lower. All depends on gold, silver will follow. That's Aussie. That's a good thing. Indiana Tones, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Jody says next 18 months. Well, we'll see some up movements. Oh, for sure. Let's have a look. He said Indiana Tones saying hello there. Super stuff. Okay, we've got up to 8 people watching currently or listening currently in the channel. So again, I will probably see. Look, we've had significant selling here, so we should see tomorrow as a way of tackling this area here. So if you've got enough momentum to at least get into that space, hopefully tomorrow we should have enough to tackle that area there. Just proof enough that we've hit 18 and retraced down is a good sign. So hopefully we can end up in this area, finish in this area tonight, and then tomorrow start to tackle this area here and really get ourselves back into the zone. This is our road to $20. Just in case for all my new viewers, I started this what was it in August, and then I basically tracked it here. This was the line that I was trying to get to a $20 silver, and we came pretty close. Close but no cigar, as they say. I think we got there to about 1970 to be exact before we had a retracement down. But tomorrow I see us. There will, at least my expectation is to see some form of green. It just depends on the news that's going to come out tomorrow. So again, I will be cautious. However, I'm still pretty optimistic that we should still see a green candle in that area. And hopefully we can get the buying momentum to at least break through this barrier here and get ourselves back onto this support level. That's really what I want to see pretty much tomorrow. Indiana Tone says, better to buy silver, the material, or through a trading company. So Indiana Tones, are you saying that you prefer to have the physical metal than to trade with the ETF or something? Jody says, thoughts on Brexit? I'd rather not talk about Brexit, Jody. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't want to talk about it. It's the last time I think myself and one of my viewers we just end up spending the majority of the viewing time talking about it. So yeah, not something I want to talk about now or spend the next half an hour talking about. But it's an interesting situation. That's what I can say, Jody. Aussie Argument says, Indiana, depends if you want to play the shorts, otherwise go physical. There you go. Jody says, Indy, buy physical metal. Just one thing on that, Jody. Aussie does make a relevant comment there. He says, depends on if you want to play the shorts, otherwise go physical. Everyone could go bust, says Jody. Is RPM Limited still here? I think he said he was driving. And Sucker for Silver, I haven't seen any comments. Is Sucker for Silver here? Is Oaksy88 still here? Is Bigfoot still here? Silver Junkie is Silver Junkie still here? Please, guys, I want to just see a few more comments there. There we go. There's Sucker for Silver. Indiana, if you don't want to hold it, you don't own it. Yeah, that's right. You gotta hold it to own it. That is Sucker for Silver. Let's have a look. Okay, so I definitely see silver testing this area again here. Definitely in the short to near term. So that would be my estimate. If we can get back into the zone, then we're back on that road to 20. So that would definitely be my goal. Right, so let's take a look at some Bitcoin. Right, Aussie Alchemist. Yes, Jody. BTC to 0. I just pulled up at home. I'll be 15 minutes, folks. There we go. RPM, he says it'll only be a few minutes. Kellen L's here. Fantastic. Also, I'm on a delay from going to the bank. No problem, RPM. How's it going, Silver Limey? I'm very well, and yourself, Kellen? How are you doing today? It's great to have you here, man. It's been a little bit, a bit of an interesting day today. Obviously, precious metals and that looking good. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin now, guys, and then we're also going to take a look at the altcoins, because I feel that the market for cryptocurrencies is starting to the wheels are now starting to turn. And the main reason why I think that is, if you look at the altcoins are starting to move, whereas previously the altcoins weren't going anywhere. Bitcoin was doing all the movement. So now we're starting to see the altcoins starting to gain on Bitcoin, even if it means just chipping away gently. But it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. Unfortunately, Bitcoin's had a bit of a doozy. It's been unable to break this area here, which to me, I'm nearly ready to put some money in. So Bitcoin's currently at $10,125 per token. Again, there's not much trading going on at the minute. If you look at the volume here, guys, check this out: 1.2 Bitcoin, 0.32 Bitcoin. Someone's bought 4 there. Okay, wow, check that out. Someone bought 2,000. 38.68. We could see something happening. 37.22. 369 selling. 508 selling. Wow, okay, there's quite a bit happening here. 0.07. Go. We're going to look at the 4-hour chart here. So there you go. The last 4 hours, what do you know? We couldn't sustain it, and we're back now below our moving average, guys. Now, just take note of this. These are, if someone is just accumulating Bitcoin, it's another way to accumulate. Because if you have a look here, we had the same thing. We had the sell-off here. However, consolidated and then pushed back up again. So whenever you get these dips down, it's a good opportunity to stack up on some Bitcoin if that is what you are doing. This doesn't suit everybody, so just again do your own research and know what you're getting into, and only put money that you're prepared to lose, whether it be gold, silver, platinum, palladium, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. That would just be mindful that you can lose money. That's all. So if we have a look, okay, so 4 hours. So you can see there that there is some buying pressure, but again, it's pushed it down, which is very interesting. However, we are in an interesting zone here. So again, it's a good time if for those that want to accumulating again, because instead of buying up here, you could have bought at 10.3, you immediately would have been $200 down. So it's all about getting in at the right time, and I'm almost ready to get in. So I'll let you guys know when I'm in, if that makes it better for you. Jody says, let's have a look. Jody says, anyone crazy to short oil? Bitcoin is done. Aussie Alchemist, good day, Kellen. There we go. Everyone's saying hello. Awesome, Kellen, as well. Now that Binance kicked the US out, I'm just a hodler until I find another exchange. Sucker for silver. I'm not sure what other exchanges you can use there. Sucker for silver. I mean, what would be an alternative exchange then there in the States? Well, I suppose would be Coinbase would probably be a good one, wouldn't it? Coinbase, sucker for silver. Jody says RPM empties the bank. RPM said sucker for silver. Q coin. Paying in 3 months. Old checks, Jody. Need to clear it first. There you go. So, lol. Only another 10 days to find out. Let me know when you buy, Limey. I'll short. Well, the only reason why I'm not in this market is I don't think it's the shorts are so small in this market that for me, I would probably be going a lot of medium term on the next purchase. However, I'm just waiting a little bit more. However, what's interesting in regards to this chart is that even though there was a push for lower prices, look what happened. We came into some buying straight away. And, that's pretty much what these candles are here. Even those candles there are considered buying. And even that area there, look at that. Bang, straight up there. So it's interesting where even though it's, everybody wants that 9.3 level, that 9.5. I'd love to get into Bitcoin at 9.3 again. If the opportunity arises, man, I'm jumping on it. And I will tell you guys when that does happen. Obviously, subject to volume. That's always crypto's Achilles heel. So even though when you see low prices kick in, you got to check the volume, guys, because if you get in and the volume's not right, then further drops can be expected. So I'll show you where I check the volume, and that'll be CoinMarketCap. That's not everyone's favorite, but that is the one we're going to check out. Right, this is Bitcoin on the daily here. So as you can see there, we're moving into consistent buying zones here. So that is a good level of support right now. What's interesting, look at the 200-day moving average, where I've got my little finger there, right there, 8,679. So initially, don't forget, guys, that 200-day moving average has moved up considerably, and it was at one point at 6.7, and nobody was talking the 7.5 territory when we were up at 10.9, 11.3, all that kind of thing. So now we're starting to get that 200-day moving average into a more acceptable level. I think would be fair. So it's not this line here, that is the 100. So if you have a look at the 200's back down here. So at the furthest point in the chart is probably to try and get in at this area here, because this to me would be massive support for Bitcoin, is the 200 moving average. So I can't really see it go lower than 8.6 currently in this the way this chart is currently playing out. However, great buying opportunities at 9,000 or 9.3, early 9. So it's a matter of just keeping out if there's going to be any more selling off. However, just take note, guys, we're starting to get into some interesting times here for Bitcoin. So let's put a marker here. Okay, there is our support level. And as you can see there, that is support. Okay, so, and this is where we are. So what does that normally look like to you? To me, that looks like we can either, we're almost there to actually make a move on the upside. At least that's my feeling. Generally, if we were down here, more than likely, look, I mean, this can still change, but however, if we were down here, more likelihood that we would break down. However, we've got a good support zone at about 9.8, which is pretty much held as well. So if there's going to be any further movement down, it could be the 9.8 mark. So just be mindful. This support zone here is 9.4. Which puts us in line with this area here. So, you know, if there's going to be any movements and we're going to start to see the volume come in, I'd love it to see it test this support area here, and I might just consider getting in at that level. So that's something that I am definitely mindful of. We broke 10, guys. We broke 10 today. Fantastic. I'm just going to put some lights on, so just bear with me. It looks like, oh, there we go. We just hit 11 now as well. Fantastic. Good evening, Silver Sissies. Stephen Heath, show some respect, buddy. Stephen Heath. Lordy mercy, or is your comment that you tend to put there. We got M-Locks in the house too. Two people have left already. What? You know, wanted to try and keep it above 10 at least. S&P says, hello, everybody. S&P, man, how you doing? It's good to see you. Jody says, everything that's happening and Bitcoin isn't moving. Very strange. You're absolutely right. We're going to be taking a look at the Ethereum chart, and it's very interesting. Okay, so that's RPM Limited says, I'm in the UK, suck of silver, but heard Americans recommended it. S&P says, silver and gold seems like the best investment currently. That's S&P there. Jody says, my future jet agrees. Jody, I hope we all get personal jets. Gas might skyrocket though. There we go. We're hitting double figures again. Thank you very much for tuning into the channel. What's up, Silver Limey? Awesome, man. S&P, glad you made it. Hey, everyone here. Notice food in stores is getting low. Canned goods are almost empty. Wow. Okay, people are stocking up already, are they? Stephen Heath says, good evening, fellow Silver Sissies. Followed by his Lordy mercy comment. Good day, Stephen. S&B says nothing wrong with being a silver sissy. We're talking about Bitcoin right now anyway, Stephen. So do you want to throw any comments in regards to Bitcoin currently? You've also got a pretty good one as well, isn't it? Not that crypto crap or something like that. I think you tend to put in. I don't know if there's any comments, constructive comments you might want to throw in there. Hey, Clinton, man, how are you doing? YouTube is wired to the lights. There you go. What's up, man? Clinton, jeez, I haven't seen you around for ages, man. I hope you're well. Thank you. Thanks for dropping in. Clinton says, hello, everybody. It says, I'm a silver sissy and damn proud of it. There you go. There's a guy. Graham Stacker, man, how you doing? Hi, Limey and everyone. Fantastic. My 3 donators are here, guys. So thank you very much. Great to have you guys. If anyone out there is thinking about becoming a donator to the channel, details are in the description. Please check it out. So I've got 2 spots left before I do a draw. So there's a 1 to 5 slots. Even the horse agrees. We've got 1, 2, and 3 is RPM Limited. Then we've got Jody, and then it's Graham Stacker. So 2 more slots available, and then I'll do a draw for my donators there. Blended whiskey, fantastic. Blended whiskey, man. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in ages. It's great to have you here. Blended whiskey, man. What have you been up to? There we go. Everyone's saying hello to Blended there. Fantastic. S&P says I might buy some Silver Eagles. Well, S&P, man, that is fantastic, buddy. What about some Canadian Maple Leafs? I like the maple, but I also do like the American Silver Eagles. Stephen Heath says, Bitcoin, snore. Wake me up when you have finished. Well, you missed the beginning of the stream, so you're going to have to play it back if you want to. There we go. Blended Whiskey says all stocks went crazy today. Yep, that's correct. There was a lot of news. Excuse me. There was a lot of news coming out there that showed that buoyed the market. Jody, having a good laugh there. I don't know if that was in time with the horse. SL79, I heard you mention some news that showed up on the markets at the start of the show. What did I miss? I've missed everything today. Had a tough day. Well, there was some drone strikes on some refineries in Saudi. So that's affected the market. I guess a lot of people retreated to safe haven assets. So all it's done is it's boosted the precious metals prices. Now, I said initially on Friday that precious metals were oversold initially. So, and I expected to see us in the green today. However, that on the back of that other news that came out, effectively it's buoyed the prices even higher. My expectation was around a 20-cent increase for silver at least. And we were double that. I think at one point we were approaching 50 cents almost. And we actually hit $18 resistance. And then unfortunately there was a sell-off back down. So we're sitting about $17.87. So silver not looking too bad considering we started the day at $17.50. Gold is currently at $1,500 an ounce. Call it 1501 if you like. Platinum at $936. And palladium, man, palladium today has made a new all-time high. It broke through its previous all-time high at 1609, something like that, and it's at 1626 before it retreated. So palladium, hence why I put it in the title first. Palladium is the metal right now, because once it goes up even higher, there's going to be no more resistance. No more resistance for palladium. It's just going to keep going. You never know. I like to be optimistic, but if there's no resistance levels, effectively, it can make its own zigzags. Sorry, been really busy trying to get to working and making money to buy more silver. Yeah, Clinton, I'm totally with you there. Although I'm trying to diversify a bit, I'm getting in. So I need to get some more gold. So I'll be buying gold. Well, my aim for the short term is to buy gold. And I've got holding too much silver. I've said this to you guys before, so I'm trying to offset some of my silver and convert it into gold, and I've managed to do that so far, luckily. Also, for those that have seen my World War II light, I've got someone who is interested in it and has put he hasn't put a bid in it yet, but he said to me he would. So I'm going to be taking that money and I'm buying precious metals again. So it should be a good day. It should be a good day, all in all. Once that happens, let's have a look. Sorry, what's that? Sucker for Silver said, "Hey Graham, what time's your YouTube tonight for the Wicked Sick Relics?" Oh, that sounds great. I heard horse. Does your horse like silver too? Yeah, the horse was just agreeing to me when I made that statement. Sucker for Silver, do you take Bitcoin for donations, Limey? I do actually, Sucker for Silver. You'll see my my address is actually in the description. No one sent me any yet, but I've just consistently had my addresses there. But they're there if somebody wants to donate. But again, really appreciate it, guys. If you guys want to be a channel donator, just let me know when the donation comes through, and then I'll add you to the list. There's 2 more spaces left, and then I'll be doing a draw. Graham Stacker says, "Hey, Sucker for Silver." There you go, Jody. Hi ho, silver. Probably around 6 to 7. There we go. Sucker for silver. Sorry, S&P says sucker for silver. Yes, you can send him, but coin. Silver Limey has a wallet. Sheffield says Limey is in the doghouse, or is it the horse's house? Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm actually in the work. This is the work area for the farm. So, this is the office, and it's a little bit quieter than inside my place. So, it's nice and quiet. I can get the live streams done then. Grant Stacker says sucker. Jody says I'm gonna short oil tomorrow. There's no war with Iran. Trump isn't crazy. RPM Limited says top agenda, Clinton S. And then we've got S&P says Trump is just talk. If he kept his mouth shut, we could have better finances. He screws with everything when he tweets. That's true. He does. Excuse me. One thing I've noticed about Trump is that he doesn't think before he writes. He just writes. And then he's like, oh, well, it's out there now. It's a matter of just dealing with it. Graham Stack is a Sucker for Silver doing the reveal when I get off work. So hopefully not too late. Such cool pieces. Well, Graham, I'll keep an eye out for that. I'll definitely keep an eye open. Excuse me. Sucker for Silver says, yes, details and description. That's RPM Limited. A blended whiskey. Been in court. Civil issues. Over 17,500 in fees so far. Things are looking up. Someone please send that drone strike to my ex's house. Blended. Jody says, me too. Clinton S says, if SL79 donates to my starving artist fund, then I will send him a donation for his channel. Well, that sounds interesting. I'll definitely check that out, Clinton. Are you taking donations, Clinton S? Jody, you look you look starved. I think you meant starved, Clinton. Download the art of the deal. If his stupidness is a game, he's a smart guy. There you go. Right, guys, back to the charts then. So I think it's just a matter of time before we start to see a movement in the upside here and we break out. Also, just think of it this way. This breakout has been long overdue. You can see there's the resistance level all the way down here. In fact, it is about there. You can see it there. So Bitcoin struggling a bit to break out, but to me it's just delayed. I definitely foresee a breakout to the upside for Bitcoin shortly. So we've had good consolidation zones here, as you can see. This is on the daily. So again, we're definitely looking like breaking out in a matter of days. It just depends on if we're going to be, playing it out right until the end, until the very end here before we actually have a breakout. And I'm not sure what size of breakout is coming, but if I look at the altcoin market, it certainly looks that way. So let's just switch over and go to the altcoin market. So I'm going to take a look at Ethereum, for instance. I've kept Ethereum for quite some time now, and it's been slowly going up, which is great. So you can see it there. We're starting to make some waves, considering that we've been consistently just going nowhere. So let's check this out. Let's just check the other chart out. So Ethereum. Just waiting for this to load up. It says Ethereum. There we go. Ethereum USD. Right. I'm just waiting for this to load up, and then we'll take a look, everybody. All right, so I've got a couple of Ethereum. I haven't got too many, but for me, I've been holding this coin for quite some time because I think that in the possible future that it could be a token to be reckoned with. And of course, if I hold full ones now, then the return, whether it be in 5 or 10 years' time, the return should be pretty good. At least that's my expectation anyway. But look at where we are, guys. We've been consistently under this. I mean, this is where we come. I mean, we've come from the depths of the abyss here. We really have. If you think, this has started in July, and we've just been under the 20 moving average forever. We tried to break out here, didn't last, we were back down. And we've consistently been a resistance level after resistance fall, resistance tap, until we got to this point here. Look at this, guys. But then we started to make a comeback. And this was fantastic to see. We were just sitting on the top, riding that, almost at the cusp of the actual wave itself. And then we managed to just pop just above it, and pow, bingo, we're back above the 20-day moving average. However, now we're sort of sandwiched between the 20-day moving average and the 50 moving average, Because if you have a look here, we've tested it and we've come down. Doesn't necessarily say that we're not going to make it. We had a high there of 195, which is great. It's absolutely great to see this. So again, this is something we haven't seen in months. So this is what's making me believe that we could now be turning a corner for crypto, is based on the movements of these altcoins. And I'm also going to pull up a Litecoin while we're here as well, and we'll take a look at that Litecoin. I've got a decent bag of Litecoin that I've been holding since pretty much July. So we're definitely going to keep an eye on this. Also, Litecoin's halving has taken place, and of course, there's less supply in the bank. So we're going to take a look at that, and it's still holding about $70, which is great. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. No silver lining, just around. Okay, sorry there, Clinton. I thought you said you had a fund. What you cooking, Mrs. Limey, tonight? Well, Stephen, my mother-in-law is here. So what does that mean for me? It means I get a rest day. I get a rest day for making food. So that's fantastic. Cheers, Joe. Cheers, Clinton. Well, take care, buddy. And I'll see you hopefully on the next one on Wednesday. I'm going to be loading some videos up, so be mindful about the videos coming out. Let's have a look. Silver Limey 79. So if you had to buy today Litecoin or Ethereum, well, the problem is Ethereum's done more movement than Litecoin has. Ethereum's been consistently going up. And if we just go back to the chart, it's been pretty much hitting this level here, which was at 165. It was at 165 there at the beginning of September, guys, and we're already up about $25, $26. So for me, looking at the way the chart is now, if I had the money now to buy in, let me just have a quick look at the Litecoin chart. But for me, I'm seeing positive feedback here for Ethereum right now. We're going to take a look at Litecoin. I just want to see how the chart's playing out first, because we might, Litecoin could look, definitely looks like it could be in a good buying potential. Let's have a look here. So no, it doesn't. It means double cooking for you, my friend. Well, let's take a look. I'm just going to bring up the Litecoin chart. Ah, damn. There it is. Waiting for it to load up. Let's take a look at Litecoin, everybody. Okay, this is Litecoin on the daily. There we go, and we're in an interesting situation here for Litecoin. So again, we've come out of the sort of depths of the abyss. We haven't really come out of it yet. We're sort of just on the cusp, which is great, because to me, if this is going to play out the same as Ethereum, that means that we're probably going to have a movement to the upside coming relatively soon. So we should have a breakout above the 70 resistance level, because we've been sitting in this resistance level for quite some time, well, easily since the beginning of September, and we hit a low here of the 8th, and then of course we broke out, but unfortunately we're still in this 20 moving average zone, and we're trying to break out higher, which is interesting. So we tried there, failed, brought back into the line, which was at $72, $73. So buying potential, there could be some buying potential for Litecoin right now, and that is, if I had more money, I would probably buy some more, because I firmly believe that probably more than likely the movement for Litecoin is going to be pretty good. However, when it does move out of this channel, it looks like we're just above it, guys. Looking at it there, look at that, we're just above the 20 moving average, which is fantastic. So hopefully, as I've always said, old resistance now becomes new support. So we ended up breaking out above that level. However, we did try and force our way down, but obviously the support held, and we're currently just above it, currently at 70.49. So let's see if we can chart a zone here. Let's have a look. As you can see there, these are all my angles and so on and so on. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, let's first put a support line in. Okay, so there is a support line right there. Okay, as you can see, that is, I think that's pretty fair. We've had touch, and we've been consistently sort of slowly starting to move away from that support line. Okay, so the next one is, this is from the previous high. Okay, so let's have a look and see where we end up here. There you go. Okay, so that was resistance initially. As you can see here, hit support, broke above that, and then broke out. And then we've turned that resistance into new support, which is exactly as you can see here. We broke that out and we held, tried to break down, but we didn't. Support held. And then since then, we've been tap, tap, tap. And then we're starting to move away. So let's put another line in from the previous high. There we go there. So we can see our other area that we're going to work on. And of course, what happens there, resistance is still pretty stiff currently in this area. However, over the next couple of days, there's got to be some consistent movement up. And if we're going to be moving up, it's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be pretty good. $75 maybe. We could hit 75 relatively quickly, guys. So just think 5%. Look, 10% is $7.50. 5% is half of that. Was that 3, 4, 4, 3, the 380, somewhere around there. So we've pretty much got to break above this level consistently and pretty much convincingly to start working our way back above this level. However, we have ended just above, well, we haven't ended yet, but we're just above that 20 moving average. Talking bullion. Wow, man, how you doing? Let's have a look. Jody says, I'd rather eat the horse than buy either of those, says Jody. I did say, if you'd watched the earlier, that I am looking to get into Bitcoin. So, and the main reason why I'm saying that, that Jody, is that I think that looking at the altcoins are looking very good, or looking better, and I think momentum is going to slowly return to the market. And we could be on the cusp of a new rally. So we're going to take a look here at the coin market cap. I'll bring it up on screen shortly. So thank you, Server. You really love them cryptos. Aussie Alchemist, Jody. Talking Bullion, saying hello. Hey, TB, how you doing? It's good to see you, man. Love it. Thanks for stopping by. I made tons on Bitcoin. I'm sure you did, Jody. I'm sure you did. But did you make a fair amount of losses as well? There's always a flip side. You can always make tons on Bitcoin, but there's always a cost. Talking bonuses and hit the like button. Can't leave it. Thank you very much. Really, Talking Bullion. That's fantastic. Let's have a look. RPM says, I'm concerned Ethereum will be more of a platform than a coin in the end. I'm also concerned Bitcoin and Ethereum will run on the XRP platform. I sold my Ethereum and Litecoin, then prices rise as they do when I sell. And that's the reason why I haven't been selling RPM, is that we've hit a bottom level. And I'm pretty sure that, and you know what, funny enough, I was thinking the same as you. I was like, maybe I should just get out of it now. And then, you know, if there's going to be a further dump, then at least then I'm buying in. But then I saw consistent bottoming out, you know, of the wicks. So I decided not to sell. I was like, you know what, I'll stick it through, and it's paid off. So sometimes when you think you need to sell, it may not necessarily be the right answer. However, obviously you need to understand the market as well, because generally when you sell, your instinct is like, oh, shouldn't I? Make a decision. If you're going to sell. If you're going to buy, because you know the key thing is sticking to your decisions. If something happens in the market and you say, right, I'm definitely selling at 14, and you don't, then it might go up to 14.10, 14.20, and you go, yeah, that's pretty sweet. And then the next minute, bang, it falls down to 13.80, and then you were like, damn, I should have sold at 14. So be extremely strict about that. Take your emotion out of this game. The emotion doesn't belong in this game. Likewise with precious metals. I know everyone talks about, you know, I like my metals, blah blah blah. If you want to make money in this game, You buy the lows and sell the highs, and then you buy again and you buy more. That's how you buy more precious metals, and that's how you buy more crypto. There we go. RPM Limited says, I put my Ethereum and LTC funds into XRP at rock bottom. So what did you buy XRP at, RPM Limited? Jody says, no, honestly, I bought from 7.5K for a few months, missed 14K, then cashed out at 12.5. Just too risky with real big money. Now the hype has died. I know, and another thing is you can do your research and check and see, check Google Analytics in regards to your people searching for Bitcoin, and it's really at its bottom now. And then once media starts getting back on the bandwagon, as prices start to surge again and start to move up, the media starts picking up on that. Then there'll be more attention back onto Bitcoin. Then it'll drive more people back into the market, because then everyone's going to be looking at it again. Oh, what's happening with Bitcoin? You know, so that is to be expected. Optimism says 20p XRP bought in at, and I think that's about 24 cents. Okay, so you pretty much bought really low. Okay. Funny enough, I'm RPM. I want to get out of XRP, to be honest. It's interesting that you said there that I want to get on the XRP platform. Where did you see that? I'm also concerned Bitcoin and Ethereum will run on the XRP platform. When did you hear about that? RPM. I'm going to take a look at the CoinMarketCap, and then we're going to finish off, guys. There we go. Right, CoinMarketCap. There we go. So we've seen 24-hour volumes up, which is great. We were about 40, I think it was 44 or 46 billion. So we're definitely headed up. Look, again, it could just be a short-term thing. CoinMarketCap is $263,700,000. Bitcoin dominance has slipped there to 69.4. And look at the charts there, guys. We've got Bitcoin down 1.35%. Ethereum's up 1.83%. And that's what I'm talking about. Look at this. Like, it's just a nice straight up movement there. XRP still around the 26 cents. Not enough volume, though. Look at that. 840 million volume, whereas everything else is billions. Look at that. We've got 7.2 billion there in Ethereum volume, 1.195 billion for Bitcoin Cash, 2.3 billion in Litecoin, 24-hour volume. I mean, we've got 16.2 there in Tether, and obviously that's always going to be high anyway. So there's a substantial amount of, but XRP always seems to be low. Let's have a look. It's down 0.06%. EOS, it's 2 billion worth of trade, 0.07. Anyway, so yeah, let's have a look. Oh, I have to keep an eye on Bitcoin, because I definitely want to try and get in, but you know, it's all about the right time, isn't it, everyone? Look at Stellar Lumens, man, that is interesting, guys. I haven't followed Stellar Lumens in ages, and look at that. Really, I remember, I think I sold it about 10 cents or something like that, and it's almost half price. It's 0.58 cents for Stellar. You can bag some bargains here. Check this out. Tron, oh, a penny and a half. Ethereum Classic, that's one that's gone up. Neo. I want to try and see what's number 44. Nano. Oh, Nano's fallen. I remember I bought into Nano when it was about 140. Flogged it. I got rid of it. I was like, yeah, this doesn't look great. And look at it now. Imagine that, selling at 140 and buying in at 88. Now it looks like it's had some trouble. All right, let's check the comments, everybody. Right. Talking Bullion says, hi, Jody and Aussie Alchemist. Jody says, RPM, I have more faith in the Jex. RPM says, I put my Ethereum and LTC into XRP at rock bottom. No, honestly, I bought. Okay, why is it that this has just come through like that? That's weird. RPM Limited says my logic is 5,000 XRP will grow more than a few Ethereum and Litecoin. Yeah, but the problem I have there is that there's been such good news for XRP lately that nothing has happened. Nothing has happened to RPM. I know I hold XRP myself, and that's why I'm thinking of getting rid of at least half of it and putting it into something else that's actually going to move. Jody says the movement was crazy, but the exchanges I really felt scammed. So expensive to trade. Yeah, that's true. I know with my exchange here on this side, it's a bit of a pain, really. There's about a 4-cent difference. So literally, if I were to sell my XRP at 30, I've got to wait until it gets to 26 to basically buy in and get the same amount. So literally, the price, it's got to at least fall 5 to 6 cents in order for me to get the benefit of actually selling that. So majority of the time, I've just kept the stuff because it's what's the chance of it hitting 20 cents? I heard last week Bitcoin is so slow they can put it on the XRP ledger. Then Overseen XRP is built for all platforms to run on with the fastest flow. Now one can compete with. XRP is going to boom. Yeah, look, it could still be early days RPM, but again, just because something is the fastest doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best. I was watching a program there. I think it was it Crypto Geeks? I even had it on the channel, and they were talking about coins that are very fast, but because they're so fast, they don't appreciate in value versus other coins that are slower. So it was something that I picked up. I'll see if I can find that video and I'll play it again for you. Arkham says, I heard last week, but oh, sorry, yep, we've already come across that one. It says, trust me. Lol, shorted, says Jody. Jody says, can we block each other? RPM Limited says, SL, I have you time tomorrow? I'd enjoy sharing my XRP info with you. SL79, you have time tomorrow? I'd enjoy sharing my XRP info with you. Send it along if you like, but obviously it's not my prerogative to give any advice to anybody. I'm not a financial advisor. RPM Limited says it's controlled company. It's the new world order coin. I'll show you some right info, SL79. Sounds like you're tired of XRP before the new revelations came out. You may need to restudy XRP. Thanks, RPM. I'll definitely look at it. Hence why I'm still going to keep some. Got to head out, guys. Try and check out my Wicked 6 Relics premiere tonight. I'll definitely check that out, my man. XRP is crap. There you go. Mlock says it. For me, it's been the worst investment ever in all my cryptocurrencies. And I should have sold it when it hit 50 cents because that's when I should have. That's when I realized that hodl just doesn't work for me. You know, to take advantages of these high prices, you got to let it go and then buy low. If you think if I'd sold at 50 cents, I could have bought back in at 25 and kept the 25 profit, or just increased the doubled my volume of XRP. My wife says that nightly. Cheers, Graham Stacker. That's it, guys. It's time to end this afternoon's live stream. There it is. Thanks for watching, everybody. If again, just do go over donations. The donation details are in the description, so please check that out if you do want to become a donator. And again, thank you all very much, my donators and my mods. Thank you all very much. I seriously appreciate you guys. Let's have a look. Sorry, RPM here says XRP looks bad due to huge amount of coins. People have a fear of dumps, but now Ripple own less than 50%. Look what Ripple did to MoneyGram stocks. Watch XRP on CNN this week. Look, yeah, I don't disagree with you, but you know, when the news came out that that Ripple was partnering with MoneyGram and MoneyGram's value went up, XRP's value barely moved. So for me, there's just too much of it in circulation, and with too much oversupply, the price reflects the supply. Cycle for Silver says, thanks, Limey. M-Lock, take care. Ozzy says, cheers, Limey. Later, everybody. And Jody says, Silver 1825 by Wednesday. Oh, man, I tell you what, I definitely see us retesting that resistance, and it would be pretty awesome to see it move up. Take care, everybody. RPM, we will chat again. You can always drop me a line there. You've got my email address. We'll take a look at that. And guys, as usual, thanks very much for watching. Please watch out for my other videos that I'm going to be releasing. So just make sure your notifications are ticked. And again, thanks to my mods and donators. Have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you all on the next one. Take care, everyone, and all the best.